Hello and welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. Last time, there was an issue with the video, I will admit. At the end, Conway was put under anesthetic by the doctor, who said that he was going to fix his knee and apparently charge him probably an inordinate quantity of money for it. And we've shown up here. We have no clue what's going on. Last we saw, Conway was just fading out due to the anesthetic. So let's see what we got. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Ha 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 ha. My life is so empty. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit. So if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. I'm late for everything. Oh, is this Lysette? Hi, Lysette. I guess we've gone into some form of flashback. Sugar? No, I'm fine. Don't worry, Lysette. I got this. I can drink it black. That's what Ira used to say. I had a dream about him last night. Great, Lysette. What's the dream about? Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. I heard you yelling. Bad dreams? Ooh. She's having terrible dreams about her dead husband. Clearly there's a haunting going on. Conway, prepare your paranormal gear. We must figure out where this ghost is coming from. What is this, Lysette? We were on a roof, Ira and I and Charlie, eating a little supper. I was drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses, closely packed, huge sidewalks. It must have been a... what's the word? Well, given that you're saying other houses, it can't really be a city because, I mean, it wouldn't be other houses. It would be other, like, skyscrapers and shops and things. So clearly, Lysette, you're looking for a subdivision. Unfortunately, you were actually in probably some sort of antediluvian terror world in which no matter which direction you walk, there will be endless identical houses all around you, and within them are endless identical families staring at you, smiling with that disconcerting smile that one could not have expected from living beings. But Lysette, you saw it, didn't you? You saw the subdivision! She must tell us all about it. That's it, I'm sure. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly, smiling, staring deeply into our souls. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday? Or when would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. He just smiled and stared deeply into my soul. Charlie stood up and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him. Charlie got wrecked on the roof? Or was Charlie assimilated by the Smiling Horde? Charlie was assimilated by the Smiling Horde. Lysette, I am so sorry, but your son is gone. He has been replaced with but a husk of himself. Charlie was alone on the roof. I always told him to test each tile with a heel first. Charlie was alone on the roof. I guess he was, except for the Smiling Horde. Lysette, we cannot get him back. It's too late. He was so bright. His teacher said, what was the word? Apt? Oh, apt is like the worst word for teachers to like explain a student with. That's like a connotation of like good enough, they can do it. I want to sound like I'm like, complimenting people, but, I'm not don't have anything to say. It's just okay. Imaginative. Now that could be construed in the incorrect ways, but I feel like it's misconstrued less often than apt. So I think that's the good one. Conway, try, please, to approach this with a little bit of tact. That's it. How could I forget? Lysette, you could forget because you are simply within my mind. A mind which is currently within a body which is having probably its knee cut open, which is unfortunate. I mean, I'm pretty sure Conway doesn't want his knee cut open, but at the same time, a vicious rock did attack our knee, so it's not the best situation. He didn't listen. It wasn't his fault. Well, I mean, he should have listened to the warnings. Everyone knows it's basic standard principles that you do not engage under any circumstances with the Smiling Horde. If you engage with them, you disappear. That's it. He listened, but he didn't hear what you wanted him to. Charlie always had thoughts somewhere else, and he was fitting your words together with whatever else he was focused on, like a puzzle, like a collage, like a word salad. Conway, word salads are disgusting. I don't know if you've ever had one before, but so fibrous and papery. It's like a puzzle, Conway. Come on, it's a basic metaphor. Yeah, that's the word. Lysette. You're just a figment of my imagination, don't worry. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. Oh, are you talking about going to Dogwood Drive? I'm sorry, Lysette, but that's going to be a very bad situation. Long drive? What makes you think so? The truck will outlive us all. I think we do need to ask Lysette why she thinks it'll be a long drive. Lysette, do you know where we're going? They said they couldn't come in person. Well, that could just mean that they could be hideously disfigured and didn't want to, shock us with their terrible, seventh eye on their cheek. I mean, I could understand that. I mean, I wouldn't come in person if that was the case. Maybe just a shut-in. I didn't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. What does that mean? Not much left back there? Guess that'll be the last. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it will be. The last act of Lysette's Antiques. What's the word? Finale death rattle. Conway, don't be so macabre. That's not necessary. We're not part of the Smiling Horde. The finale. Maybe. Yeah, Lysette, come on now. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something? Or I've had too much. It's getting harder. It'll come to you. It'll probably come to you, Lysette. Don't worry about it. Just keep thinking and don't even make eye contact with the sketchy people outside, because you don't want that. It'll come to you. Maybe, I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? I don't know. Did I set boxes in the hallway? Are they filled with, paranormal gear? Because you're clearly being haunted by something. Those are your clothes. You packed them yesterday. Those are Charlie's old books. Doesn't seem likely that Lysette would pack her clothes. I mean, I know that she's closing down her antique shop or something, but she's not leaving her house. I mean, why would she do that? Unless she, is trying to get away from the haunting of her dead husband. But more likely, she's not trying to flee the ghost of her dead husband. She has attachment issues with that. She's actually trying to get rid of Charlie's old books, because most of those books are filled with pagan scrawlings and are somewhat concerning. Oh, I thought you might like to look at them. I thought we could look at them together. Oh, Conway, don't look at the pagan scrawlings of Charlie. Look, he was all about the Smiling Horde. He basically created... We can't... I mean... I guess at this point, given that Lysette has lost her husband and her son has become part of the Smiling Horde, that maybe it's about time we pushed her over the edge into the arcane, and maybe you'd like to take a look at them, Lysette. I'll take them with me, thank you. Of course. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Who's Cora? I've never heard of Cora before. What are you on about? I should get that delivery out? Sure, I'll wait with you. I guess we'll wait. I don't know who Cora is, but it's concerning. There's your traffic and weather on the 5. That's every 10 minutes. Brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Oh, how nice. How nice. Goodbye, Lysette. I'm going to have to return to the terrible other world, which is inhabited by giant eagles and Bilbo. I know it's probably not the best. I guess it's technically better than a Smiling Horde, but at the same time, you know, it's not great. Conway, did your leg get removed entirely? Did they replace your leg with the cybernetic implant? Truman, you better fess up right now, Truman. His name is Truman, right? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, it is. But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? Fixed up? Truman says he might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but what is my leg doing right now? Why is it glowing? This is strange. What time... Oh, I feel fine. Okay, fine. Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? It appears to be flashing and has no flesh on it. Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well, this isn't my leg. I would definitely agree. It was the heat. The shingles were cracked in the sun and one of them slipped out under his feet. Conway, come on now. You know that Charlie was not killed by falling off of a roof. Look, that's just the cover story to prevent people from looking farther and eventually finding the Smiling Horde and being assimilated into them, thereby actually creating a significant issue for humanity. At this point, the Horde is not quite at the, breaking point at which it will destroy society. Anyway, this isn't my leg. It's not your leg. Of course it's your leg. It looks wrong you replaced it. It doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. You definitely replaced my leg. What is this thing that you put on my leg where my leg used to be? I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something that blah 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 blah, talking random science stuff. Shut up, Truman. You don't know what's going on. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the... That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two regardless. I mean, no, we have to drive. I'm just going to stare remotely at my leg because I don't like Mr. Truman anymore. Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery? Truman, what is recovery? Are you drunk, Truman? Truman is drunk. He literally did work on my leg while he was drunk. Come on, Truman, please. Rehabilitation and side effects. Oh, you removed my leg because you were drunk. Why'd you do it, Truman? Why'd you do it? I should have plenty of resting time coming up. Oh, I'm used to a few side effects. I'm pretty sure he is. How long am I going to be recovering? You're used to a few side effects, Conway. I can see it. There'll be side effects of... Mostly the operation itself wasn't particularly remarkable. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugu state. What is a fugu state? What is a fugu state? Is that another one of your drunken ramblings, Truman? Jeez, get out of the bottle, Truman, please. You're supposed to be a doctor. Come on now. Irregular perception of time, but irregular perception of time is normal around here. So is, deja vu, daydreaming, and basically everything you're talking about right now. This is all completely normal for this world. Or Conway's crazy. Most likely Conway's crazy, but at the same time, about 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Truman, that doesn't even mean anything. What is that supposed to mean? Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Truman, I hate you so much. I hate you on this level that is like a new burning, seething hatred. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? How often do I clean it? I mean, what do you clean that with? Am I supposed to, like, spit polish it or something? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth, moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. Look, Truman, just because you love alcohol doesn't mean I love alcohol. We'll be using water, thank you very much. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents or steel wool or industrial, like, belt polishers. All of those are very bad to clean your leg with. So, do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. You're the worst. Tell him about the payment plan in the bill. I don't want to think about that bill right now. What are you fishing for? Conway, this is not a time to talk to Truman. Truman is out of his mind. We don't want to talk to him. Tell me about the payment plan. Come on now. That's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill now that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. Of course they do, Dr. Truman. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidation for more details about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Truman, are you actually a doctor, or are you just completely insane? Because that makes no sense. Is my leg generating power now? Is it a nuclear engine? That would explain why it's glowing. Thanks for the help. Yeah, help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. That is not the voice that Bilbo had previously. Not even close. That is so far from the voice that Bilbo had previously. It's ridiculous. Oh, well, apparently our leg is now a glowing leg of death. I don't even know. Weird things have happened. I don't like Truman. He's clearly not a trustworthy person. Anyway, for now, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will continue on in an existence where our leg glows and apparently has no flesh on it. I really don't like this situation. Like, seriously, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's at about a 8 for irritating situations. It would be a 9 if the Smiling Horde was here right now. Maybe a 10, depending on the actual size of the Horde at the time. 10 only once it gets past that point at which it brings all of society to its knees. But it's not there yet. Don't worry about it. We're fine. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. And of course, as always, make sure you don't make eye contact with the Smiling Horde. And enjoy the rest of your day.